Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We're back.
What's going on? They can't answer.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we
waiting for them to
recently
respond.
watched the first episode back, and it's like we asked for you guys' opinion. We're like, well,
And then it's just not accepted, as you guys will see if we don't accept your opinions. You are.
hi everybody. I'm Edgar.
I'm Angelica.
And I'm Nola Quintanilla, and this is The Dip.
The
The
dip.
dip. That's a good little.
What's this week's scoop, Nolan?
Shut the. So we're gonna be talking about habits and traditions, and like how that coincides with like our personal lives, our families, and like even our culture. So the first question I wanted to ask
Hold on,
is.
wait, can I say that I was like, oh my god, where is my phone? It's over there.
She's like, I'm not allowed to be on my phone.
Sorry.
I have to connect. I have to physically and mentally be here. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Okay.
Oh, actually, I do have a question. How do you guys feel about my Halloween socks?
I love them. Those are really cute. Where'd you get them from?
Stole them. I didn't steal them. They were
No.
gifted.
From-
Do you know that noise?
Oh yeah, we were talking about that the other night.
Yeah.
No.
I was telling him that I saw this TikTok where it was like, the more that you wear down your bones, the more that it does that. I don't know,
And then
it's
Edgar
TikTok
scared me because I'm a dancer.
Yeah.
And so I'm scared that you're saying that my feet are being worn out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say that. TikTok said that. And you shouldn't trust TikTok. To a certain extent.
But anyways,
You're ready. You're ready.
Okay, well, we're actually on topic now. I just
Okay.
wanted to add a little tidbit. Okay, so what are some traditions that your family has?
Me first? Okay. Me.
I kind of think for some.
Me too.
You
Yeah,
know.
let me think. Well, like, you know, there's the ones that everybody does, like Christmas and stuff like that. And, like, we always do, like, I don't know what this was called until, like, a few years ago, but it's a Secret Santa.
Secret Santa.
Yeah, I wrote an essay about it, and it was explaining that, and she was like, this is Secret Santa. I was like, and because on the essay I put, it's an intercambio. Basically what that is like, we all put our names in a little cup, and then we draw them, blah, blah, blah. She was like, Edgar, this is, and I was like,
Oh, so that's what you called it?
yeah, intercambio, because that's what we call it. So, like,
What
we
is
have
that?
intercambio.
What does that translate to?
Intercambio, I guess like an exchange.
Mm.
Yeah, and so that's what, yeah, so like,
Intercambio. What?
intercambio.
Intercambio.
Sí.
Okay.
Intercambio. So yeah, like for Christmas, it's always Christmas. Like we always do like a big thing with families and stuff, and we always get together. For Thanksgiving, we don't really celebrate it. You know how there's like the whole like turkey and stuff. No, they make like tacos. I think
Mm.
it wasn't until recently that I like had like an actual Thanksgiving dinner. I was
Really?
like, damn, y'all are onto something.
Yeah,
this
this
shit
is
good.
good.
This
Right?
shit is
Good.
good.
So good.
Sometimes I'll be sitting and it's like July and I'm like, wait,
Well, because-
turkey and stuff
Turkey's
sounds
so
Literally.
good.
Well,
No,
because,
it's
like,
so good.
Don't get me wrong. I love tacos, but they want to make that shit for everything, and I'm
Yeah.
like.
because it's simple.
It is. It's so like quick and stuff like that, and like they'll change it up. Like sometimes it's like tacos de cabeza, other times it's like carnitas or whatever, but like it's tacos. And I'm like, you guys, I had the taste of actual Thanksgiving food, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Then white people are onto something.
They
No,
were.
They were.
Like
They were on
shit.
this thing.
Not like the genocide
But,
part,
like,
but like the
The
turkey.
food,
The
yeah,
turkey.
the turkey.
The turkey really went off.
I'm trying to think what there's like other traditions like revolving around like our religion and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, I guess.
You know what? You know
He's
what?
like, this isn't a space to discuss.
Yeah, this is not a space to discuss like religion and stuff. Well, like, going back to Christmas. So like, we'll go to church on Noche Buena, and then. Do I need to?
The night of
It's
what?
it's like it's the 24th.
What is
Chris-
yeah? Noche means night.
Noche's night, and then Noche Buena is just like good night. Yeah. So we'll go to church on good night, and then we'll come back. And then
On good night.
on a good night.
Oh,
Noche Buena. Then we'll come back. We'll eat, and then we'll do our Secret Santa, and then
My family also like. Well, my dad's side of the family, the more Mexicana side,
Yeah.
does Thanksgiving, but does Christmas on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that's what we like. All our because it's crazy. All our celebration is always happening on the 24th. The 25th, it's literally like we get up, we open presents, and then
You're just done.
we're done. Like they
Right.
make food, but but it's not like like it's Christmas, you know.
That's
It's like
it. Kind of how so like my family, I have multiple sides of families, so it's always just like so much. So it worked out pretty well though. So my step side of the family does Christmas Eve. Like that, and then my mom's side of the family, the one that I just say like my family, because you know I feel like
yeah. We get you.
We do everything on actual Christmas.
Oh, see, that's so crazy to me.
That's
everything on the 24th, like everything, and then like afterwards, once we're done, we'll play a bunch of drinking games and just get drunk.
Oh, you know where that comes from?
What?
You don't have a divorced family, so you don't have to have 2 different Christmases.
Yeah.
That's something that you guys will have to talk about.
Dad's Christmas, the 24th. Mom's.
Sorry. Keep going.
Mom's Christmas is on the 25th. Do you guys have a?
That's how it is for our Thanksgiving too.
Yeah. Oh, really? I am literally like walking like this by the end of Thanksgiving because I do
You have to go on one day.
all of my Thanksgivings on one day. Because like it's usually like Thanksgiving breakfast is with my like grandma and grandpa from my nana and popo from my mom's side, and then the lunch will be like the entire family. Like with my nana and popo, and then the dinner is usually when I go to like my dad's side of the family because they got the drinks.
Yeah. Right.
You're gonna end the night.
Yeah.
And they're also the ones that want to go batshit crazy for Black Friday as well. So
Oh, slay.
we're like
Yeah.
gearing up, you know, like I got a taser in my purse. And I got an extra big purse because self-checkout lines are cheaper.
Yeah.
Type stuff.
Yeah. That's how my family does that too. So like the whole day of Thanksgiving, like we're all together always. And I hate it though because like you can't eat until all the food is done. So it's like 1:00 and you're like starving.
You're like smelling
and I'm like,
it.
oh my god, everybody hurry up. So like then we eat, and then you know my mom is like the planner, so she always has like games to do and like all this stuff. And then usually sometimes they coincide where Black Friday is on Thanksgiving, so then we just go like shopping afterwards and we're just chilling.
You know what I was just thinking about? The timing for this episode works out perfectly because we're probably going to be releasing it in like the middle of November.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, look at us. Okay. There's
Like-
also I'm trying to think because there's more stuff that like we'll go to church because it's like y'all know about like the 4 purple candles and the pink candle.
It's a Catholic thing. Natalie does it.
Yeah. So we do that, and it's like every Sunday is you light a candle, and so we'll go to all of those. We'll go to a Via Crucis, which is like, it's not really a mass. It's just like a gathering, and you go through all the stages of the cross, and then we'll do a posada. Oh, posadas are so fun. Posadas are like it's we haven't done it in a while, but last time that we did it where it was like with the church, so you have like church, and then afterwards you'll provide food and drinks for people to go, and it's kind of like a party, but not really, and like there's like not rituals, I don't want to say rituals, there's like traditions. And so like half of us will stay inside, the other half will like be outside the door, and it's like it's just like storytelling of like, oh, Jesus, Mary, and
Jesus and
Jose, Maria, and Jesus are asking to be let in, and they're like, no, go away. And then they're like, oh, but we're blah, blah, blah. And they're like, wait, you're the Virgin Mary? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, oh, no, please come in. And then like, and then, so the song is
theatrical.
like, yeah, no, literally, and I was like, wow.
No, that just brought back a little core memory for me. Continue.
Okay. And so like, the song is like, En el nombre del cielo, and you're singing. We have little like pages, and everybody's singing. Even the men be getting into it.
So I don't want to ever hear you say that you don't sight read. You be getting that shit.
But no. It's just the lyrics. we know the melody, and then at the end, entre santos peregrinos, and then everybody's walking in, and then my grandma will usually lead the rosario,
and then there's a cacoin.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if that was
No, so like once everybody's in, my grandma will lead the rosary, and then they're like, normally she'll do one, and then she'll have like the little cousins lead one, because I don't know. It's
Is
special.
this just with your family?
So like that's what we do with my family, but you can also do it like with the church
Right.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
So
the
like
one,
that's with my family.
the one that I did was
Uh-huh.
with the church. So
Mhm. Yeah.
when I was little, I was raised up in the church. I don't
Yeah.
go to church
I was raised up in the
now.
church.
I don't go to church now, but
Why?
Um,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Why not?
I go every week.
I mean,
we don't have to get into that.
well,
don't
that's
talk
another
about-
time. Anyways, so we would always go to church, but so every time on, I don't remember if it was Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, but they would like do like a little play.
Yeah.
Like
Yes, we
they
do
would-
that too.
they
I
would
didn't
do a
mention
little
that.
play.
Yeah.
They would do a little play,
Yep.
telling the story of Jesus.
Yeah.
Like
I played the
like,
angel.
One time I played an angel.
Yeah.
Okay, so like everybody had little parts, and it was just all the kids that were
Yeah.
in the church.
Yep.
And of course, it was like really close knit because we went to Church of Nazarene. So it was
Mhm.
like my grandma, my cousins, and like all these other kids
Yeah.
that I've always known for a long time. Went to my brother.
This is just like unlocking so many things
no,
that I
I'm
didn't
God.
even
I'm
think
God.
about.
My first time that I was in it, I was King number 3.
Ooh, shit.
And
She
I
was
brought
both
in,
the
I think,
blessed.
like frankincense or some shit.
Yeah.
And then like. We would have all that. So, like, my brother played
Yeah.
Joseph one time. My
Uh-huh.
cousin was Mary. And, like, all this stuff. Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
like, so that was, like, a little thing that we
Wow.
did. Yeah.
Wait, I just forgot. This is also like as we're entering. So like what we have is we'll set up our nacimiento. Like all of the households have their own nacimiento, and that's just like where you like recreate the birth of Jesus. So like we'll have the little star, and then like we'll have like little. What's the word for them? Figurines. That's not the technical term for them, but anyways, and it's like Jose Maria, and then like Jesus, and then like we'll have like little animals and stuff. My mom, she does it so well every time. And so then we all grab our niñitos dioses, which is Jesus, and then like you have them in a little like, it's not a basket. I don't know what the correct term is. And then like we're walking them back and forth to the song Con mi burrito sabanero, and then like. They have little candies in them. You'll give them a kiss, you grab a candy, and it's all the little cousins with them, and they go around, and then you can lay them down, because you're not supposed to lay him down until, like, when he was born. And then, oh gosh, so many things came to mind when you were saying that. Yeah, again, the little play, and it's basically, like, the whole story of, like, Jesus, and, like, one time, they were really getting into it. Like, they had an actual whip, a guy carrying, like, a big-ass cross. Because that's what they did, like,
They grabbed the fake blood from the Spirit Halloween.
And so
He had the crown of thorns.
yeah, the whole
That's
thing.
crazy.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to think what else. I remember because this is when we were living in Mexico, and it was like an every night thing because a family hosted it. Sorry.
Angelica's phone wanted to be weird.
I don't know where the fuck to do that.
I don't even know what
It was
song
like
is.
do 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 do.
I don't even know what. I saw the song. I don't even know what song that is.
Oh yeah, so like each night was a different family to host the posada, but I would always get there early so that could be the angel. And then one time we got there late because my family's notorious for being late to everything except the airport. Everything else though, we're always late. And so yeah, one time they beat me and I did cry. I'm trying to think like
Dang.
what else.
Damn.
That's crazy. So you had like a super religious.
No, yeah, we're
Definitely.
No,
very
I
religious.
have a better question. Was that the first no that you've ever gotten?
No.
Like roles wise, that's the first no you've ever gotten.
Oh wait, no. That was my first role was being the angel in that, and it's
no,
funny
but that
to
was the
think
first
back.
no.
You
wasn't-
can't be the
yeah,
angel
yeah,
and
No,
gotta
it
be the
wasn't
angel
that.
this
They
year.
told me to be Jose, which is like Jesus' dad, Joseph. But I didn't want to because I wanted to be the angel because
Yeah,
you got a whole
uh-huh.
like yeah. So it wasn't like a
It
no.
was
It's like
it was gaggier. The angel was in drag. Basically, she came out like
She's like,
I mean,
and she's coming out. She's like.
basically, so like you're in a
serpent
white
face.
robe, you're in a white robe with like wings and then a little halo, and I was like, and it's like there's a moment where like they're all staring at you, and I was like, yeah, I'm the angel.
yeah, I'm the angel. The fuck.
The
No,
fuck?
yeah, I would. No, you come out and say, "Oh, cause of boom."
Okay, so boom.
Here's a boom on
Okay,
me.
so boom. Gosh. Oh my gosh, and then we have like las fiestas de enero, or like there's like a parade, and like each like organization makes a parade, and like they drive down and stuff. I don't know how to
The
describe it.
street.
They're straight to the church.
Mm.
There's so many things that I could talk about, but it would take so long.
That's-
Religion should be its own whole
Yeah.
episode, and it's just me talking about everything.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because I grew up I still am very religious. I just don't talk about it as much because I'm like, it's not everybody's cup of tea, and also it's for me.
Yeah.
Which that's even a controversy in itself.
We
you know?
could Wait, maybe we can cut this out because this isn't. But like when we're talking about astrology, what if the episode is just spirituality?
Yes, yes, that's good. I like that.
Okay, we're back.
Take 47.9.
Okay,
sorry,
wow.
Wait, you talk about yours. So sorry, we rambled.
Oh,
on.
I mean,
I rambled.
This
on.
is gonna sound kind of sad, but like the way that you guys were like saying that you have like set things is like, not that my family's like broken or anything, but we definitely have been kind of through the shambles as far as like relationships and like the tiers of who is like the leader of the household has gone.
Oh.
And so like a lot of our traditions are really broken because, you know, of like divorce and then like people who upheld those traditions like passing away and the next year it not feeling like okay to do it or like the same or being like, oh my god, like I'll just say like my grandma passed away. We called her Nana too. It was my dad's mom.
Wait, Nana too?
No, we called her Nana. So I have
as well.
I have my Nana. I have my Nana on my mom's side, my Nana on Popo, and then I have my Nana on my dad's side.
Oh, okay.
And they were actually called Nana by their grandkids before my parents even met.
Oh.
So like they were both just Nana.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's easy for me to remember. So, but my Nana on my dad's side, she was like the head honcho of everything, because she was also like the one grandkid out of her two, her grandparent, her parents, my grandma and grandpa, who were the ones that I talked about, like the one dancing with each other on that laptop.
Yes.
They only had two daughters, and their other daughter passed away when she was like 30, and this was in the 90s.
Oh.
And so like I never met her, and so my grandma was like established as like the grandma for like all of them.
Yeah.
And so she was like head honcho of everything. So she would create all of these traditions and do all of these things.
Yeah.
And then she passed away when I was like 17, and like the year after that, Christmas just wasn't the same because she was the one who established all of that and would do everything. And then we got to the point where my family was like, oh my god, like Nana did all of this. And like none of us realized that we had to prepare to do all this because she would just do it.
Yeah.
And so a lot of our traditions were just kind of like handed to us. And we don't have a lot of like religious traditions as far as like doing something that represents something every single day. It was like, okay, Nana's gonna make the cookies and now the kids are gonna ice them. Or like, you know, Nana's gonna make the cake and we're all gonna eat it together, or like blah 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 blah. And so when that didn't happen, it was like, oh god, you know. And so it's like those traditions were only being upheld by one person. And then my other house, like my other side of the family, those traditions are also a little broken because my Nana and Popo on my mom's side, they used to have a large house that we would all meet up with each other. And then my uncle, he moved to Dallas. My other uncle also moved to Dallas. And so they have 3 kids, my 2 uncles and my mom. And so when my 2 uncles moved, it was literally just my mom and then my Nana and Popo. And then me here. And so like it was hard for like everybody to come back. Right. And then my Nana and Popo, they like lost their house because of, you know, economic status or whatever. And they weren't able to, like, we couldn't just uphold the traditions. We were all living in like smaller houses that couldn't fit like a lot of people. Yeah. So the traditions were kind of like lost, and like we're slowly getting them back as we established like, you know, stronger economic status. Being like, we can afford to have a house that like involves everybody here. So it's like those traditions were just not necessarily lost because they're still there and we still remember them, but they're just like not as prevalent as they used to be. I do remember when I was younger, like decorating cookies was like the thing on both sides of the family. So like my dad's mom, my Nana on my dad's side, she would like make these cookies and then would get like the store-bought frosting, and then we would have like a cookie making contest. But then on my mom's side of the family, my Nana there, she made cookies and then also made homemade frosting, but she had a very specific way that she wanted her cookies made because she would sell them. She would like make them for us and then also sell them too on top of the tamales. Tamales making, that's a tradition.
That's tradition in our family
because that brings in wealth. That brings in the dough.
Yep.
But she would make them in, there was 3 shapes. There was a stocking, a present, and then mistletoe. And so like the stocking was the one that could be like green and red. The stocking was the one that was green and red. The present was also green and red, and then sometimes green, red, and white. And then the mistletoe also had to be green and red. Wait, what was the one that had white in it? There was one that had white, but like we had to do it a very specific way, and she like taught us all how to do it. But like, basically, like one grandma was like, "Go at it," and I'm gonna tell you guys which one's the best one. And then the second one was like, "No, we're here to do business." So like that's a cookie making was a tradition that I definitely remember.
Wait, I feel like I talked so much. What are some more of your traditions?
I can't think of any.
Oh, okay.
I'm done, so it's fine.
Okay, sweet.
It's fine.
Earlier, when I said a few years ago, I was in 4th grade. Not a few years ago.
I'm imagining grown-ass Edgar being like...
No, me too. He's like, damn, I'm here to be the angel.
No, literally like pushing like some 5-year-old little kid in the forehead.
No, and I was talking about, because you know how I wrote an essay about this.
Right.
I said a few years ago I found out what Secret Santa was in Spanish. I was in 4th grade. Not a few years ago. That entire time that you were talking, I don't think, but I was like, I have to say this one.
The entire time I was like, it's grown Edgar.
Yeah. Or like high school Edgar.
No, the angel was me. I was young because I was living in Mexico and I haven't lived there since I was like 7. So that's yeah. That's why why I cried when I didn't get the angel and I had to be Jesus.
I imagine like 8th grade Edgar being like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
I can't. Thanks for clarifying that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, I was just you guys. I was in kindergarten. That's why I cried.
I don't know, Karen.
Yeah. No, I promise. Okay. I will bring pictures. Actually, I don't think we have any. They're probably all in Mexico.
Maybe we'll put in pictures.
Yeah, insert picture here. Question mark.
Maybe if Nolan's editing is better.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we know I love your editing.
Oh my god, thanks.
Yeah, you guys. I know you've already seen it, but it's so funny. Anyways.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some traditions that you personally have? And I guess I should say of like routine that you like throughout the year that you do for yourself. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Kind of, but I don't.
You go first. And then,
you
go first.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Damn. So like a tradition I have is that like every full moon I set like my intentions.
Oh.
And then every new moon I like debrief and like release. So that's like a tradition that I have for myself like every month to kind of, you know, because like spirituality or whatever, but it also like regardless of spirituality, it really makes me realize like what I want and what I'm going for and like things that I need to remove out of my life.
Gotcha.
So like that is a tradition that I have made for myself, that I like take the time to like light a candle and then like write my intentions down and like write down my wants and needs and write down the things that are bad about me and like burning those, you know. That's something that has kept me level-headed. Another tradition I have with myself is I do believe my skincare routine is like a ritual. Like I really do take that time to
Me too. Mine is
debrief. Like when it's my skincare routine going to bed, I will literally like psychotic like American Psycho like way of like massaging my face and then like taking the time to like actually care about like what my skin looks like, and then in the morning time it's like almost a pep talk of like I'm like, oh god, you're gonna do this today, like you're gonna be good, you're gonna be great, and you know everyone's gonna love you because you're gorgeous. But like it's like a ritual / tradition that I have with myself every single day, and then the intentions are like a tradition I have.
Okay,
like,
that's cute. That's cute. I like that.
I would also say my skincare. It's extensive. It probably doesn't need to be that long, but yeah.
When I say skincare routine, I deadass just wash my face and then moisturize it.
Oh no,
I also
serums.
massage it.
As you should, Kate.
And then and at first when you said that, I was like, well, before Ariana releases a new album, I go back and listen to all her albums leading up to that one. So
that's a tradition.
No, that's good, yeah.
So
it
like,
really is.
for positions, I counted how many days leading up to that, and so before positions, she had like a certain amount of albums, and I was like, I'm gonna listen to one each day leading up to that. So I did that. I'll do that with TV shows too. I'm trying to think, what other traditions do I have? I don't know. You go.
I can't really think of any traditions that I have that I do like all the time. The only one tradition that I have for myself is because my dad's passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime it's his birthday or it's like the anniversary of his death, I will drive to go see him, and I'll like sit with him. Have my little coffee that I bring, and just like sit there for as long as I want. Probably it's like about at least like maybe 35 minutes. So
that is very much a tradition.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
You do by yourself?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Does it feel like
it's like
more
special?
intimate?
It does feel more intimate, and also because for myself, I can't be emotional around like other people on how I really want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go by myself,
you could be wham wham.
I can just be how I want to be.
Wham wham.
Yeah. I like making fun of my emotions because then it doesn't feel as serious.
Yeah.
So like if I cry, I'll be like, wasn't that silly?
Me.
Wasn't that silly?
Some fucking Friday, we're like, you guys. No, because there was a Laramie rehearsal that like everybody was crying. Me and Hecka were like, we feel nothing right now.
Like I don't understand.
Yeah. And then I think the next rehearsal that we had, we were like not okay, and we were like, we were saving it.
This is why.
Guys, we were saving it.
Yeah. For today.
For today.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I wrote the questions in a weird order, so like if I keep looking down, that's why.
Okay.
The audio people are not gonna know that. Okay, so what are some habits that you have? So we've talked about traditions. What are some habits that you are involved in? Do you need an example?
Good habits or bad habits?
Let's go with the bad ones.
Okay, so
you got some bad news.
I have bad habits, and it's so like.
Is it touching your face?
Well, that's true.
You're like,
someone else go first.
Some bad habits I have is every single moment that I feel like, oh my god, there's a lull in the conversation, I get on my phone because I'm like,
I do that too.
I grab my pencil bag. I'm like,
I also do that.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know, for some reason. Okay, for me personally, I'm a horrible conversationalist. Like, I don't ever know what to talk about unless I already know the person.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always like, I don't.
And I know that like it comes off as rude, but I'm like, you guys, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
You're just
like,
very awkward around
I don't know
people.
what you want me to say.
And I wasn't like super aware of it until I saw a TikTok of this girl, and she was like, "How to be a bad bitch. Number 1, stop using your phone." But then she actually made some points. She was like, the moment you walk into a room and you're not on your phone, and that you just like present yourself as like completely aware. It's like even when you're meeting your friends somewhere. If you walk into like, let's say a bar, you walk into that bar, don't be on your phone. Don't be like, where are my friends? Walk into that place, observe everything, let everyone take you in, you take in the environment. And then you find a moment where you sit down and you still look around. And then if you still can't find your friends, you take a moment for yourself on your phone.
Oh, actually, yeah.
And then also like if you're that bitch, you're gonna be sitting there like writing stuff down. You're gonna be sitting there like, taking in the energy. You're gonna be sitting there breathing because that's what bad bitches do. Bad bitches breathe. And so like that TikTok, I was like, oh my god, I'm not a bad bitch because I'm on my phone, like chronically on my phone. It's really bad. I think I have a lot of like performing habits that are really bad. Like when I'm dancing, a habit of mine when I am doing a pirouette is like to lean back. When I'm singing, a habit of mine is to like tense my tongue up, which like is really bad for a singer if you didn't know that, to like tense your tongue up because your tongue is, not, it's supposed to be mobile and it's not supposed to be in the way. All it is there for is basically like diction, consonants. It's not there to like produce more sound or whatever. Acting habits. I sway a lot when I'm like either singing or monologuing on accident. That's it.
Slay.
Other than that, I'm really perfect.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
As if you recall from episode 1.
Yeah. A habit I have is like playing with my nose ring, and I'll go like to like try to get to it. It's so terrible. Let's see what else. I had one. I was gonna say. Come back to me. I literally had one when you were talking, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna say that. I forgot.
Yeah, being on my phone for sure.
This is really hard for them, I guess. Like, I had a list of things that I hate
We're
about
just
myself.
we're just really
we're
perfect. Nolan just has a lot of issues.
Clearly,
No, you know what?
Clearly, you're not as perfect as
Yeah,
us.
so-
Or maybe I'm just chronically self-aware and like you guys just
True.
aren't.
That's my
Right.
habit.
I'm like, I don't care.
Habits. Oh gosh. Oh, back when I had my hair, I used to have long hair. Everybody, I would insert picture here. Not kidding. I would always touch it. There wasn't a day that I didn't, or like a moment, and it was always like once I cut it, I realized how often I did it. It was like always this thing. Just touching my hair.
I used to have that habit as well,
Mhm.
but I had to stop because it kept making my hair really oily.
Yes.
And I was like, I can't do that to
I
myself.
know.
So
Thankfully,
don't
shaving
do
it
that
off.
as
Yeah.
much.
I'm trying to. Oh, you said like acting and stuff. Oh, like doing this a lot. Crossing my arms
Mm-hmm.
when I'm still like figuring out the character. What's something else? If you remember yours, say it.
Okay, now I do remember.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if this is a habit, but like, or just the way that I'm fucking am.
Uh-huh.
But every time I'm like so tense,
Mhm.
I'm tense like all the fucking time. So like,
Yeah.
my shoulders would be like, whatever. Literally today during Pilates, Sandy came over to me twice to tell me to relax.
You take Pilates?
No,
So-
Sandy taught Pilates for our
Advanced
advanced
movement.
stage movement class
Yeah.
today.
Natalie
I
was there.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was such a slay.
I was like, why am I not in Sandy's Pilates?
no, she's
No,
she's a slay.
No, she's. I've taken Pilates with her too, but
Oh,
I thought
okay.
you guys were like in Sandy's
No.
Oh, no.
The class. Here's the thing. It was hard, but also like afterwards, I was like, I've never felt better.
So I'm like,
I was like, I would honestly take it again.
Well, you guys felt. Did you feel zen afterwards?
yes.
I
She
just
would-
felt like so light.
She would like teach us Pilates, and then she'd be like, "All right, now go do Texas the Outdoor Musical." So like it was fun, but all of us were like, ugh, you know, because like we all
Yeah.
felt tired after we got out of her class.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sorry, that was tangent. Might be.
No.
Love you, Sandy.
No, I love that class, girl.
Yeah, she was super sweet. But yeah, I think that it's just like, I don't know, I always feel tense like right in here.
Mhm.
And so like it's just having them just like always like close in or like my
Mhm.
shoulders are up and I
Yeah.
don't ever notice it until I'm like, oh,
Oh, I can relax.
I know
Oh
now.
yeah, like I don't do it anymore because I was so aware of it, and I've like over the past like a year or two, I've been so like set on not having it anymore. But I used to like sit like this, like so that my chest wouldn't protrude out.
Oh.
Because of man boobs, and growing up as a chubby kid, it was like, don't look at me.
Oh, that's a habit.
Don't look at me from here. I used to do that all the time.
Yeah,
too.
like this, or
Yeah.
like getting your pillow, putting it here.
Oh, that's why I love a cardigan.
That's why you will not see. Well, you will, but I'm always in oversized things.
Because it's. I mean, it is like.
It's comfy.
It's a great safety blanket.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
really is.
But then I started getting to the point where I was like, you know, as being a non-binary person, someone who preferably loves to present as feminine, I like would look at myself in oversized clothes, and I was like,
it's not getting feminine.
it's not, and it would just give me like gender dysphoria. I'd be like, oh my god, my habits are now like actually affecting like the way I'm operating,
Right.
Yeah.
and like I can't seem to operate it. And then I started last year where I started wearing like tight fitting clothes and crop tops, and like at the beginning people would be like, yes, work, bitch. Like inside I generally was like, oh my god, I look so ugly, I look so fucking fat, like my body just feels so unnatural.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I like finally, and it wasn't, I mean, yes, it was like a confidence thing, but it was finally getting used to myself looking like that.
Yeah.
That it was like, I mean, I would love to say like, yeah, I gained the confidence to like show off my stomach. I was like, no, I like got used to the idea of showing off my stomach, and now it feels normal to me to show off my stomach.
I think that's what it takes though, is getting used to it for sure. Because sometimes like, okay, here's like an example. Sometimes like when you clean, or when I clean, sometimes I like to move things around to different places, and I'm like, and I go to like my laundry basket. So like I go to like put it where my laundry basket used to be, and I'm like, it's not there anymore. It's over here.
Yeah.
So now you just have to adjust
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you think any of these habits have come from your family?
Oh yeah. Anything that revolves around like weight and stuff.
Yeah.
All from.
Yeah.
Not all of them from my family, but most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have always had bangs and have covered my forehead because my family used to call me Big Head. And they were like, your forehead's so fucking big.
Wow, wait. my nickname growing up was Fat.
Just fat.
It was like, so like, gordo was my
Um,
nickname.
Yeah.
And then one time my dad was, I was like, why do you guys call me that? And they're like, it's out of, I feel like I've told you guys this story.
Yeah.
And it was like the carrilla
But
story.
they don't know.
Oh, yeah. That was my nickname growing
Oh,
up.
you did tell us.
Yeah, because it led to carrilla, and I was like, and then I told them one time, I was like, I don't like you guys calling me that. And they're like, it's out of love. And I'm like, well, your love is
I don't think
Pretty
really
mean.
messed me up.
I
a
don't
lot.
think that you guys gave me body dysmorphia out of love.
Yeah, I don't think you guys gave me body dysmorphia, really bad self-esteem issues with my body. What else? Eating disorders and all this other stuff, you guys. But no, yeah, I love you too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know, I have a habit of doing,
What?
and it definitely comes from my family, is that when I walk into a room, everyone thinks I'm a bitch. Like, I give that energy of, like, you know? Or is that a lie? What do you think?
No, it's not a lie.
Hey, we're here to be
And
honest.
I know-
We're open.
No.
Every single time I meet people, they're like, oh my god, I
No.
was low-key scared of you when I first met you. Like,
Not
Okay.
that not that when I first met you, I thought you were a bitch.
Yeah, no,
no,
no.
I didn't think that at
Me
all.
either.
But I know people
Mhm.
that have
Yeah.
seen
Yeah,
you
yeah.
as
Well, because,
intimidating or like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
or like you, yeah.
what?
That's exactly. It was like, it wasn't like,
Yeah.
when we first met, it wasn't like, oh, they're a bitch. It was like, why the fuck are people being like, oh, like, Nolan? And I was like, yeah, what about him?
Because the moment I walk into a room, I'm like this. And then, like 5 seconds, and I'm like, I was just like, please give me those 5 seconds to like, breathe. But it's also remembering that, like, my default mode should not be, like, you know, like,
Right.
because my default mode is literally, like, you know, just, like, focused.
That's
but,
how
like,
that's how mine is too. And people are like, "Are you?
Yeah.
Why are you sad? Why are you
Uh-huh.
mad?" I'm like, "That's literally just my
I'm
fucking
in
face.
my
face.
I'm just here."
Yeah.
but I get that from my family because,
Mm.
oh, here's another thing. Great grandpa,
Uh-huh.
Scorpio, married a Scorpio.
Uh-huh.
Then they gave birth to a daughter who is a Scorpio.
Oh
Uh-huh.
shit.
Then that daughter gave birth. Oh, then that daughter is a Scorpio. That daughter gave birth to another Scorpio.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then, like, all the rest of us have, like, other bitchy... Like, I'm a Leo rising.
Uh-huh.
I have other... and then
Oh,
those
that's-
daughters have
okay.
Scorpios. So, like, my entire family is, like...
I
not
was
just astrologically, but, like,
Yeah.
actually physically just cunts. It's,
Okay.
like, hilarious.
I was like,
Where is this coming from?
Yeah, well, I was confused, like, the Scorpio, because I don't really know a lot about astrology. I will soon, though. We're making an episode about that. But, so, I didn't know that that's what that sign
No, it's
was known
okay. It
for.
was just kind of like a really long joke that like didn't really land, and that's okay. Happens to me a lot.
I'm sorry. If
Well,
I would...
If
It's 'cause-
anything, my mom, Scorpio.
Mm.
Me, Scorpio rising and moon.
Okay, your Scorpio moon makes you scary, but your Scorpio rising, I don't know why every single Scorpio rising, I just want to hug them. And it was a Scorpio rising, so it's like
Oh.
that energy of like this like. Wait, you're a Scorpio rising? I'm just not
Right.
thinking you're like, no wonder I gravitated towards you! What the fuck? Because Kendall's a Scorpio rising. One of my really good friends is a Scorpio rising. Some guy I had a huge crush on was a Scorpio rising. Another guy I had a huge crush on was a Scorpio rising. And they all have the quality of
Sam.
like, I want to go up to them and have like a cute little conversation.
Aww.
And every single time we meet a Scorpio rising, I feel that way. That's why I felt that way.
Wait, so, like, is Scorpios good, or...
It depends on what placement it is.
Oh, okay. Because, like, I was like,
I've
wait, you're
really-
saying you like them, but then you were also like...
They're
Scor-
cunts.
Yeah.
Like, a Scorpio.
This is for the next episode.
Yeah, this is.
Okay.
Oh, you're right. This is for the next episode.
Okay, I need...
Put a
I'm
pin
gonna,
in that.
I'm gonna
Put a pin
forget.
in that. Write it down.
Right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. What are some good habits that you have / want to have? And we already covered this in our skincare kind of topic.
Mhm.
But what are some good habits that you have / want to have?
I think one good habit that I have all the time, and I always make sure it's a thing. I always make my bed in the morning before I get my day started. I just feel like that makes me productive. And then when I come home and the bed's made, I'm like
You're like,
stress free because my
Yeah.
bed is made and it
Really?
makes my room look clean.
You're like past another guy. Like, thank
Like,
you so much.
Thank you
You're
so much
sweet.
for doing that.
Thank you.
You think about. You're so.
You're
so
watching
thoughtful that way. You're so thoughtful that way.
Yeah. So that's like one little thing. I can't really think of more.
I have it that, like, I wanna, what was the question? It was like that you
what
have.
good habits that you
have
have
or
or
you
want to
Want to have. Just like habit that I want to have. Being more like taking care of yourself, where it's like, you know, like it's okay, if that makes sense. Because
No.
so like
It's taking care of yourself where it's okay.
and the episode. So like where it's like I'm trying
like,
to think like how to describe.
like,
Like you know how like now we can call button, before it was like, oh no, you have to keep pushing through.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of that sense where it's like
Okay.
where it's like it's okay
if
to like
something bad is happening
It's
to you,
okay
it's
to
okay
feel?
to acknowledge
Is
it.
that what you're saying? You want to
Or
have
like-
a good habit to let you know that it's okay.
or
to
like
have
a
feelings.
habit of like, oh like there's a lot of going on and like I need a break. I can take a break if I need to. It's not like feeling guilty about taking a break
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Because like if I'm ever like doing anything and then like I have downtime, I'm like, oh, I should keep doing stuff.
That's
like
how
that,
I
even
feel.
if like it's
Literally
burnout.
today, I was
Uh-huh.
like after my lab, and I was like sitting down, and I'm like,
Mhm.
oh my god, I feel like I should be doing something
Exactly.
right now. Like I don't
Because I feel like we're so conditioned to like,
be.
and it's like
on-
if you have free time, you should keep doing it. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, it's bad if you're not doing anything. You're being unproductive. You're being lazy. You're blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah. So like being okay with the idea of like, yeah.
just
that-
allowing yourself to rest.
Yeah.
That transition. A bad habit I have is not speaking correctly.
Me.
Anyways, that transition like actually happened for me this semester.
Yeah.
Like of not being in a show this semester was
Mhm.
like the first time that I've had my nights off in college for a
Mhm.
very long time,
Mhm.
and I was given the opportunity to like focus on myself again.
Yeah.
And it was literally the first time since the intense quarantine happened in 2020 that
That's true.
I was like allowed to just like sit and be alone for a little bit.
Yeah.
It was very nice. I had to get over the idea that like I felt so worthless
Yeah.
for a little bit because
or like
I wasn't
guilty.
that I wasn't like engulfing my life with plans and
Mhm.
things, and then I like sat down and I was like, oh my god, I have like time to elaborate on the things that I want to fix.
Mhm.
I have time to worry about projects. I like started making things in my fucking room. Like I like made these like posters, like manifestation boards and shit. And then like I've organized my closet. Like I've had so much time to like do things that I feel like have improved my overall
Mhm.
like demeanor and like mind. So I will say like yes, you should
Yeah.
find
Yeah.
time to like. It's okay to not be busy sometimes. And I think, especially as theater people,
Yeah.
we're so conditioned to believe that, like, if you're not involved or invested in something,
Yeah.
then you're, like, less than.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
So just getting that habit.
So you want a habit of, like, putting yourself first?
Yes. Yo, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good habit.
Damn.
Because I never. That's a lie. Yo, I just
I
had
gotta
deja
believe
vu
our
again.
sources.
Oh my god. Do you know deja vu, when you have it a lot,
Uh-huh.
it means it's an indication that a big change is going to come in your life soon.
Wait, maybe we've just been in this before. Where I've been sitting here and you guys have been there. I've had deja vu.
Not true, because the last
I haven't.
episode I was sitting right there.
Yeah, I was also saying.
When the fuck was I here? A big change is coming?
Yeah, because sometimes deja vu is not necessarily like something you've already done, but
Uh-huh.
like people who believe in past lives believe that deja vu is like an instance of your past life experiencing something very similar to this. That you could have been having this conversation in like a past life.
Oh, okay. I always hate when I like realize that I hate deja vu, because I saw TikTok once and it's like, the more deja vu you get, the closer you are to dying. I was like,
No. I mean, maybe.
No, I trust y'all
Maybe you're
more.
gonna die.
Don't say that. You're gonna trigger my anxiety.
Wait, I have to tell you guys something.
What?
This is gonna be like such a tangent, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because
Wait, do you guys mind if I turn the fan on?
Yeah,
that's
go
all.
ahead. It is
Okay.
hot in here.
Twisted.
Anyways.
I was listening.
So I started, like I said, on this journey of, like building myself from the ground up with all the free time that I had.
Yeah.
So I drank coffee first, and then I went into my room and like did all of the decluttering that I've been meaning to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have this like golden chest that's in my room that holds all of like my memories and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so cluttered because I would like, you know, get a birthday card and I'd be like, ugh, and I'd throw it in there. Or like I'd get like a gift from theater, I would throw it in there. So I have like all of the things that I've been gifted for theater and like all the birthday cards and Christmas cards, whatever. I have all of that like in there so I can like, you know, have them
Yeah.
for the rest of my life. And I started reorganizing all of that stuff and I was sitting there and, you know, reminiscing on all of it and just like taking it all in, and I put it away. And as I was like putting it away and I finished doing it, I closed it and I looked at it and I was like, oh, you know, this is gonna be really good for like, you know, if something were ever to happen to me, people could just like, you know, organized. It's like ready for them to look at. And I was like,
Oh my god.
and I was like, did I just like make it easy for people to like experience me after I'm dead? Does that mean I'm gonna die? Did I just instinctually do that because
that
I'm gonna
happens-
die soon?
That happens to me. Like, I'll be doing shit, and then I'm like, oh. And then, like, anxiety kicks in. Those intrusive thoughts.
You know, the
kick in.
intrusive thoughts are like, I'm gonna like, you know, unalive myself off this highway real quick.
Yeah.
I think that every single time at an intersection, I'm like, well, I'm gonna get T-boned and die. So like,
Oh my god, yeah.
every time at an intersection, I'm just like, close my
It's-
eyes,
yeah,
even though I'm driving.
That's where you're gonna fucking die, because you close your
YOLO.
eyes.
That's hilarious.
YOLO.
YOLO.
Oh no, yeah.
It's meant to be.
That was-
Earlier when you were like, I'm gonna burn down the building, and we were like, no one's gonna run, because it's like, it's our moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wi-Fi
God.
fade.
No, yeah. If you guys hear those matches, just like accept it. You know?
The second, like, we finish reading the season for next year, you just hear...
No, but it takes him a couple tries.
You're
It's
like,
like,
fuck.
Like, son of a bitch! Oh my god. Okay.
Did you all say something?
yes.
Okay.
You
That's
have
like-
bad habits?
Huh?
Do you have bad habits? Wait,
Yeah.
you have good habits that you want to implement, which is you want to care about yourself more.
Yeah. But, like,
You didn't say
before
one
we
that you
move on,
want
did you
to.
all
Oh,
put
one that
one
I
down?
wanted. No, that's a good one that I kind of want to.
To put yourself
Yeah,
first?
put
Yeah.
yourself first.
Yeah. I was like, before we move on, I want to make sure everybody's said first.
Realistically, and also for comedy and shits and gigs, I actually want the opposite of what you want. You know,
To not put yourself first?
yeah.
Oh. I will say, like, it's such an easy cycle to get into, to, like, always put other people 1st.
Mhm.
And it's like,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Or, I guess, is it easy, like, does it come easy to put yourself first? Like, is it the same way as we feel like it's
I
easy
think,
putting
like-
everybody else's first?
Sadly enough, I put myself first because like I had to for a long time. Of like, well, ain't nobody got my back, so I'm gonna have
Yeah.
my own back
Yeah,
for a little
yeah.
bit. And then it got to a point where I do now have an amazing support system.
Mhm.
But then there's still some times where I'm like, since nobody gonna fucking help me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
You're like, wait.
no, like they can, they
Yeah.
are going to now.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's a bad habit I have, is like assuming that nobody's gonna help me when I ask for
Yeah.
I
help.
have that as well.
Same.
And so like,
You just have to do it on
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, let me
And I
fucking do
will.
it by myself. And then,
And will.
and I do
Yeah,
do
and
it
I
on
will.
my own. And also I think another thing of like, oh damn, we're gonna get into it. I'll get into it, why not? I think another reason why I am so like about myself and I love myself, because I grew up like thinking that nobody was like in love with me or like thought I was beautiful.
Mhm.
And I feel like I am one of the lucky ones that like realized that like I am the only opinion that really matters about
Yeah.
myself.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, like, I'm the one experiencing my body and my mind and my soul. And so, like, if I don't put myself first right now, nobody is going to put me first after that.
Mhm.
And so, like, I think it's, like, it's so crucial to, like, date yourself for a little bit.
That's
before
I
you-
was about to say, it's kind of like the thing where you have to love yourself first before
Yeah.
you can love anybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what I think are bad habits, it's almost like, it's like you eat too much ice cream, like a good thing can become a bad thing kind of thing.
Yes.
Is that, like, I've cared about myself so much that, like, now it is a bad habit that I care
No,
about
that
myself too
makes
much.
sense. I get that.
Yeah.
Slay.
That's fine.
So, yeah. And then this one, do you think you would operate the same without your habits, good or bad? Like- I genuinely think I wouldn't be as put together if I didn't put myself first all the time.
I think
I think I would probably be, you said, good or
Good or bad.
Yeah, I think I would be better because I feel like now I still kind of am already like love who I am as a person because I'm able to like actually finally be the person I want to be. So now I'm like, oh, thank God I'm finally here. I think if I took more time for myself, I think I might be better off with like having less anxieties and stress about things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Period.
Well, because I was like, I don't want to say the same thing, but I was like, yeah, I feel the same way.
This podcast is definitely like you guys sharing experiences and then me being like, well, I don't feel the same way.
Wait, I thought about this earlier. Are you the oldest of your siblings?
Technically, yes. I have a stepsister that's older than me.
Oh, okay, so you technically are.
Yes.
Why? Are you the oldest?
Because
you have a little brother 15 years older than you.
Little sister.
Little sister.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God, I'm the worst.
We're the oldest.
It's because, so like, bitch.
Well,
because,
yeah.
Yeah, so like, I don't know where we could put this in, but I was like, being the oldest, I thought it was 2 hours. Being the oldest, like, so, sometimes it's on purpose, sometimes it's inadvertently, like, so much gets put onto you.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially in, like, not just, like, Mexican households, I'm sure, like, other people of the global majority feel the same way. But, like, being the oldest, like, especially with immigrant parents, or, like, just, like, parents who aren't white. I say this, and I'm sure, like,
right.
Parents,
well,
people who have parents that are white people.
Your parents were immigrants. I had a single mom.
It's like, it's different things, and it's like, it doesn't just have to be, but I'm just speaking from, like, personal experience, like, being the oldest, like, so much gets put on your shoulders, and it's like, sometimes they don't realize that, and it's like, as you grow older, like, you're just so, like, conditioned in one way, and, like, how to think and how to do and stuff like that, so, like,
yeah.
That was, like, off topic, but I was like, I need to ask Angelica if she's the oldest.
No, it does make sense, like, why I care about myself so much, because I'm literally the youngest.
Slay. And, yeah.
But I'm thinking about, I'm like, I don't know how much was put into my brother. Maybe I didn't, like, maybe I'm just being an asshole, but I'm over here, like, ain't shit was put on his shoulders.
Yeah, ain't shit.
And again, low-key, I feel like that's because the youngest, not trying to, like, disregard.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
But, like, most younger people, like my brother, for example, like, doesn't realize how much my mom made me do, or, like, what my mom, like, has said to me, or, like, made me do other things compared to him.
Yeah. Or, like, I saw this TikTok ones where it's like, oh, it's so great when, like, your younger siblings are, like, thanking their, like, parents or whatever. But, like, it's, like, a lot of the times, like, the older sibling was the one who was raising them. And it's, like, I don't know, like, it almost feels like you don't know, like, all the stuff that I had to go through so that you had to, like, so that you got the life that you did. Granted, you know, like, I'm not expecting anything, and, it, like, I'm so happy that they're, like, living that life, because it's, like, I'm glad they got to experience that way of living, and they didn't have to experience the same way as I. Because, you know, like, you're always wanting to, like, get better things as you, like, progress through life, so I'm, like, glad that, like, she has the life that she has, and that she didn't have to go. Because at first, I will say, I was very, like, jealous. I was, like, it's so unfair that, like, you're getting this and you're getting this. But I'm like, no, like, I'm happy that, like, you got this and you got like, you get this version of our parents. Like, I'm so happy that you get those versions.
Yeah. I think that's why we have that habit, though, of not caring about ourselves and feeling like we always need to get things, because that's how we, like, work.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. Like, I'm just not thinking about it. Like, my older brothers were basically raised not by my grandparents, but they were extremely heavily influenced by my grandparents, because my mom was a single mom from the get too.
Yeah.
You know, my dad was in there for like 9 years in between, but there was like the good 4 years where she was raising my older brothers on her own with my grandparents, and then like the 9 years of like my dad being there, and then them getting divorced when I was like 8.
Yeah.
And then me, like, and then my mom being a single mother again for like the, you know, like rest of my childhood. But what I'm saying is, like, I think like my brothers probably are reflected, they have the impression that like my mom cared about me so much, but I think it's because, you know, she was the one that actually raised me, and then my grandparents were the ones that like heavily raised my brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's probably like the impression of what they get from them. And I think that's another reason why I think that nobody fucks with me, because I felt like growing up my brothers like didn't give a single shit about me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just because they were like almost probably
Jealous.
envious.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It does hurt like your inner child, but then it's
Yeah,
also
for
like, then, you know, my brain kicks in. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's good that she gets that life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or like, sometimes I'm like, girl, what the fuck are you crying about? The fuck? You literally have nothing to be crying.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, don't invalidate her feelings ever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you're right.
I wish my brothers were saying shit like that, you know? Being like, I want to validate your feelings because your feelings are valid. But no, they're like, what the hell are you crying about? You have nothing to cry about, kind of. And I'm like,
yeah.
like the Who's, we are here. I'm here.
Here.
I feel like that's a whole nother topic that we can get into with
Yep.
like the
Siblings.
Mhm.
siblings, or like just like childhood and stuff.
Childhood hierarchies.
Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because we can
I'm
talk.
so fucking eloquent.
You're
No,
so good.
She really is. She really is. Her mind is something else.
We
Sorry we
could-
got off on that tangent.
No, I think it's lovely.
Yeah.
I think I love I love in podcasts specifically. Go
Yeah.
tangents, because I'm like, okay, like, I don't care as much if you just talk about one thing the entire time. But
Yeah.
I love to hear variety. We kind of touched on this already too. But what is your ideal routine? Like, if your day was like perfectly how you would want it to operate, what would it be?
Okay.
This was gonna be more lighthearted.
So
I
like.
was just like, my family hates me. And I'm like, wait, I would love to like eat breakfast in the morning.
No, literally, I was gonna say, so like, wake up bright and early, go to the gym, come back, like, eat breakfast for once, because I'm really bad about eating breakfast, do my skincare, you know, like, take time for myself. If I had a pet indoors, I'd be like, play around with my pet, get ready for school, come to school, and then, like, go to rehearsal, eat dinner or lunch with friends and stuff like that, get home at a reasonable time, and actually get some good sleep. Yeah. Oh, spend time with my family, because I also have really bad guilt about that. Yeah.
That's kind of okay. Not to like be like, well, but like
That's my morning
but-
routine right now.
but like on Mondays and Wednesdays,
Mhm.
since I have the time, I do go to the gym and then I go eat breakfast at the cafe because sometimes it'd be slapping.
Yeah, no,
So
every
I'm
now
like-
and then, yeah.
So I'm like, damn, I already do that.
Damn, she has
But
that
like
dream
technically,
day
yeah, no,
habit.
that's how it would be. Like I would go to the gym still,
Mhm.
and then I'd go eat breakfast, and then probably go home and like take a shower or something,
Yeah.
or whatever. And then I would have all the time in the world that I wanted to get ready.
Yes.
Because I really just get ready in like 20 minutes, and I'm like,
Really?
yeah. It's
I'm like,
good.
yeah.
I'm like, it's fine. And so I would have that time, and then I would go do whatever I have to do, like whether that be like work or like school, and then hopefully if it's not like it wouldn't be a rough day, would be my dream.
Yeah.
And then I would just come home, do whatever I need to do for that,
Yeah.
and then still have a reasonable amount of time for myself.
Yeah.
That I'm able to just like debrief and do whatever without any worries about whatever already happened
Yeah.
or what I have to do in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I like that.
That's so sweet.
No, yours.
Oh.
They're like, I relate to nothing of that.
No, I kind of similar to like Angelica.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm 1,000% trying to implement my good routine
Yeah.
anyways.
That's how, yeah.
Same.
My ideal routine anyways, which is, waking up. Oh, I tried doing this for like maybe a couple days. It didn't really work out. Where I wake up and I don't touch my phone.
Yes, I tried that recently too.
I tried it for a little bit.
Yeah.
It didn't really work out.
Or like where like
But-
you get in the shower and then like just turn on the cold water because apparently that's good for you.
Yeah.
I tried that in a few mornings.
I just tried to
and
like
wow.
end it maybe, but I just
I tried it.
Yeah.
It's like a warm hug.
Exactly,
Yes.
especially
I'm
in the morning.
I'm like, okay, like fine, I'm losing my hair.
Yeah.
And I'm deteriorating my skin faster than it needs to be. But you know what? I'm not gonna risk. I am gonna risk all of that. I'm gonna risk all of that
for a warm shower.
for a warm ass shower.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so I
Yeah,
wake
keep going,
up.
keep going.
Okay, ideal. Wake up. Don't
Yeah.
touch my phone.
Yeah.
I go. I wake up.
You wake up again.
I wake up again.
That was waking up.
No,
in your
actually,
dream.
kind of like wake up. Roll around for a second. Take a breath.
Take a breath of the fresh air.
And then I get out of my bed.
Yeah.
You know what I start doing? I start stretching.
Ooh, yeah.
I get in that good like cat cow kind of moment. I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I like do my split stretches a little bit, but not too much because I haven't done anything, and so I'm gonna like split a ligament if I decide to like go into my full split first.
Yeah,
but I take a little stretch. Stretch on my abdomen and diaphragm at least enough. Get my shoulders.
Yeah.
And then I go and get to the shower.
Mm-hmm.
And I take a shower. I listen to some music in the shower. That's my first introduction into media.
Yeah.
Is the music that I listen to in my shower.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then I get out of the shower. I start my skincare routine because I wash my body and hair in the shower, and then I do my skincare routine outside of the shower.
You don't wash your face in the shower?
I will. No.
Oh.
I will like allow my pores to open with the hot water.
Yeah.
And then when I get out, that's when I do my skincare outside of there. I'll wash my face outside of the shower.
Oh, no. I do it in the shower.
I like doing it outside of the shower because then I have stopped, like perspiring a little bit. Because like when you're in the shower, you kind of sweat a little bit because of the heat.
True.
I don't know if you guys do that or not. And I also like to wash my face with cold water, and it's easier for me to do that when it's not my entire body. And so like it's a moment for me to like take the cold water in just my face if I need to.
Yeah.
Oh my god, one thing I love doing, I'll only do this like every once in a while when I'm like feeling crazy cuckoo. I'll go grab an ice cube and just like shave my entire
really good.
face.
Yep.
Get rid of that puffiness from the morning. This is still like my morning.
The morning.
That I'm worrying about.
I was like,
we're
here's
like,
quick.
we're gonna do this, and that.
So I get out,
Yeah.
I put on my, ideal outfit. And by the way, if nobody's ever heard this, the way that I've described the way I get into full Nolan geesh is that I, jump into the closet, I stumble out, and I'm like wearing an outfit, and I'm like, I guess this will work, and
Like
it's,
Disney
it's
sitcoms.
at least like cute or whatever. And then I, go make myself some breakfast. Today I did make an ideal breakfast. I used my French press to make coffee.
So bad.
And then I made some eggs with spinach in it, and I cooked it with extra virgin olive oil.
Wow.
And then I grabbed some whole wheat bread,
Yeah, you
and
did.
then grabbed my organic strawberry jam, and I put it over my toast. And it was actually delightful, and I drank my my French press coffee, which was the creme brulee infused bean.
Ooh.
And I used the pumpkin spice oat milk creamer that I frothed with my frother before I put into my thing. And as I was doing that, I was having a lovely conversation with my friend George.
So you're like already in your dream habit,
I
too.
am.
So
Wait, no, I didn't know, but you know what? I had actually all the time to
What?
make all of that shit because I didn't take a shower this
Oh, well, because I was like, yeah, I do most of this stuff like every day, but let me add in a few things.
Yeah, that is like my ideal morning is that I wake up
Mhm.
for enough time to accomplish all of it.
Oh, okay, and not in
Because-
the span of an hour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so,
Okay, keep going.
so and then I, make my track to the good old WT.
W.
W.
And also my ideal routine is not going to career management, which is what happened today. Today was just a lovely, because we'll have a gab hour. We sat down, we talked for a little bit, and then I went to my voice lesson.
Mhm.
I'm just telling you guys my day now.
Yeah,
This
this isn't like ideal anything. It's sorry, I just saw a notification.
Oh my god, did you see that from down there?
It's
Anyway,
about
so
my
okay,
Jeep.
wake
I have
up,
my Jeep.
stretch, shower, breakfast, go to school, experience people and have relationships.
Yeah.
Go home.
Go home. And let them know you
Rest,
love them.
have a little quality time with Nemo, my cat.
Nemo, so insert picture here, please.
Have a conversation with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Ask her how her day went.
Yeah.
She's probably going to talk about how the interest rates on home mortgage loans are
Yeah.
really low right now. Try and calm her down a little bit. It gives me strength to know that I made her day better.
Yeah.
This is still my ideal routine. I promise I didn't do this today yet. And then experience my nighttime skincare routine. Take a moment to experience outside. I heard that this actually helps. That after you do your skincare routine, you go outside, just take in the air first
okay.
before you go to bed.
What if
I
it's like
can't
during the
do
morning?
that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Every night, honestly.
Yeah, and then I experienced the outdoors a little bit,
Mm.
and then I have a lovely slum bar
Slim bar.
that
A
involves
slim bar. Skinny.
8 or 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
Mhm.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Mhm.
That's my ideal routine.
Slay.
That was like 20 minutes.
No, we love it.
Because the first, you know what? I'll give you know. I'm gonna talk shit for a second because y'all were gabbing about y'all's traditions for like 30 minutes. So I had to
it's
take
okay.
my time.
You gotta get your workout
I had to
in.
get my word count in.
Yeah, you did.
I really did, and I bet you I said like and so many times.
It's okay.
That's the word count.
Mm.
Next question.
Do you operate the same as your family?
No.
Just that's it.
Whatsoever
No.
do you?
I can't believe y'all are the improv team, first of all, because y'all just said no and then didn't conclude it with anything else.
This is why I'm bad on improv. No.
So
like,
no. Why?
I don't know. Okay, I am not a night person or a morning person. I consider myself a midday person.
Oh, I was gonna say she's like, don't fuck with me at any time.
Don't fuck with me at any time. I don't want anything. No, okay, so like, I want to be a morning person so
Me
bad.
too.
So bad. I just can't. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So like, my mom, she's an extreme morning person. So she'll get up 5:30, 6 a.m.
She banging pots and
Do
pans
all
and
that.
shit.
Yes, the fuck she is. And I'm like, bitch. But that's what she does. You know, she gets ready. She takes a shower. She has a cup of coffee already. She drinks like 2. And like, she has all this time to do all this shit before she goes and does her day. But she's busy throughout the entire day. Which is, I guess, is kind of like how I am. So I guess technically it's kind of the same, just not in the morning.
Yeah.
But which is what I want. I want to be able to do all that in the morning. But I'm just not a morning person.
So you don't operate in your family, but you wish you did.
In a way, kind of, but not completely.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I don't
No,
know.
yeah.
There's some things where I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
glad
where
I
it's
don't
like,
do that.
oh, they do this, and I kind of wish I did this, and then I'm like, thank God I don't do
No,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it depends.
Yeah. Like what's going on in scenarios and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the morning person thing, I wish I was a morning person.
Yeah.
Like where like you just wake up and you're like, wow. I wake up and like, shut the, don't look at me, don't talk to me, don't fucking think, no.
No, it literally takes me like 10 minutes to get out of bed. Honestly, I'm like,
I'm like, fuck. It's such a struggle.
yeah, it is.
Another reason why I'm different than you guys. I literally wake up like this.
Oh, I know. I see that shit. Literally, oh god, I could just see. Like here. No, but honestly, your arms are.
Yeah, like that. And then,
And then
I'm
you're
a
just like-
Barbie girl.
And you're like, no, I do this, and I go. And then like the windows are. Whoosh.
Yes.
No, wait, you
The
know
fucking birds come out.
No,
and
they're
start
saying like
dressing
you know
you.
in Greece when it's like showing like Sandy is like waking up in the morning.
Yeah, and the
Never
birds
seen
bring
it.
her
Yeah.
little thing.
And
Yeah.
it's just like this, and like her robe just like falls on her.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I hate waking up. Like I really do. Like if there's an
Yeah.
alarm, I'm like.
Yeah.
But like when I wake up, like if my body just like wakes up, I do have those moments where I fully am like, there's been moments where I've actually like woke up and then giggled because of how excited I was
To be
live,
awake.
to wake, to wake
To
up,
be alive.
to be alive, and to live. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna keep the knee on. I'm gonna wake up today. Like genuinely, I was like, no way.
Oh my god.
There's been moments where I fully was like. I get it. But you know what? I'm talking like I care. I love myself. I like put so much extensive like thought into myself, and the society that we live in has made me to believe that I'm a psychopath. My eyes
You
twitching.
are.
I'm like, I'm not a
I'm not
psychopath.
a psychopath.
I'm
I wake up
completely
and I
normal.
giggle and I look at the sun and I'm like, what a beautiful day. The birds come and sing at my window.
That was funny.
It's so funny.
I do wish I wish that I was like my mom, because she is one of those people that wakes up like to go to the gym, and then she'll wake up, she'll come home from the gym,
Yeah.
she has time to like walk our dog for a little bit, she'll go walk
After
the dog,
gym?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then she'll get ready, and then she goes, she's
Yeah.
And she's one of those ladies that has like a big office to herself.
Yeah.
So she'll get ready and just like
slay. So like, if I ever wake up in the morning, once I'm like woken up, I'm like, I'm so glad I woke up this early. Like I feel so
That's
good.
true. Yeah.
I got so much done today. Like,
even though I like hate myself in the moment afterwards,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow,
It's
I
like
actually
today
feel really good.
No,
today with Pilates.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm dying, but then I was like, I feel so good.
Yeah.
no, you need what here. Wait, oh my god, I'm gonna start talking like those straight guy motivational podcasts.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
When you're doing these things,
Mhm.
you have to, genuinely, like, you have to sit there and say, oh my god, I'm so glad that I'm bettering myself while you're doing it.
Yeah.
You need to do, shut the hell up, Edgar.
That's how I feel about going to the gym.
Yeah.
Because some days I'm like, oh, I really don't want to. I'm just tired.
Mhm.
But then I'm like, no, I have to. And then afterwards I'm like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so good. So like that's why I
Morning she
continue
flexes.
to go.
Oh, you know what a bad habit I have is?
What?
Is I'm like, oh, I had dance class today, I don't have to go to the gym.
Me, I was like, oh, I went to Pilates today. I can eat like 3 burgers. Okay.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have Pilates today. Do I even need to go to the gym? And I'm like, no, I'll just go.
I was like, I literally did so many pas de bourrées and like jazz walks across the floor. Like, I don't need to go and lift weights.
Me. Yeah.
It's
was
the
like,
exact same thing.
Yeah, literally. I was like, I don't need to go do cardio. I already did it today. That counts for my cardio
Yeah.
for the day.
God, I'm realizing how, like, I wouldn't say it's like a false sense of, like, stability that I have, but it is quite literally sometimes a fight for my life where I'm like, I have to operate as a good human being or I'm not going to have a good day. Wait, no, actually, some of my superstitions actually go through that where I'm like, if I don't, this is just a quality of, like, ADHD and OCD and, like, being on the spectrum of autism. Probably. I don't know. We're not going to talk about that. But, like, if I don't do my routine, I'm not going to have a good day.
Yeah.
So, I, like, have to have these habits or my bad habits are going to kick in after.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Like, okay, one little habit that I have that kind of, you said OCD, because I also have OCD. So, like, in order for me to be able to breathe and not stress, like, I have to clean everything before I'm allowed to let myself sit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like that nagging thought.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I feel that. Wait, I was like, oh my god, that. Every time
she
there's
relates to us.
Finally,
Oh my gosh.
finally.
They relate to us.
You know what, guys? Tomorrow morning, please smile as soon as you wake up.
I'm gonna giggle. So like, I was gonna get on my phone, but I was like, the second my alarm goes off, I'm gonna record myself and be like, and then send it to the
Please send it to me.
Could you imagine? I like stay at Kelly's house and I'm just like.
Kelly's like, what the fuck?
She's like.
Okay, you guys are making it seem like I just giggle for no reason. I think. Okay, wait. Do you guys not have those moments where you're in your bed and you're like snuggled up and you just like?
No, I do have
Yes.
that.
It needs to be like.
Damn, I feel so good.
Yeah, to feel
That's
to be
what
like,
makes it so hard to get up.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I wake up, where I'm like, oh my god, I'm just so comfortable.
But I've never giggled. It's more like a.
Yeah, it's more like a breath.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just built different.
And you are.
She loves to be alive.
Yeah, she
I'm
loves
literally,
to do
yeah,
that.
I'm in love with Nolan Quintanilla.
Period.
Good, as you
That's the
should.
thing we should have added. I think we did add this.
What?
That, like, nobody's gonna love me as much as I love myself, and I think that's why
I
I
did
find
say
it
that.
hard to date
Yeah,
someone.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Work.
Do you guys have anything else to add? Because I've already asked all 8 of our questions.
I don't think so.
Is that it? I feel like, I don't know, I
We're
feel
running
like
good on time.
we did have, like, an encompassing conversation.
We did. We had a lot.
It kind of was all over the place. Sometimes I forget that we're filming a podcast.
Me too.
I
It's
love
just
that. I
Like,
like
no,
talking to
that's
you guys.
good. I hope you guys enjoy that. Yeah. I have a compilation of me doing that where like I'm trying to speak but I can't get the words out.
That's
I
good.
hope someone
'Cause-
makes one after this.
No, and you can because every episode I just like it's like my brain is going too fast and my mouth is trying to keep up with the can, so it's like it's a bit. Sorry, end scene. Thank you so much.
That's funny. I don't have anything else to add.
Okay.
This
Yeah, so we talked about the habits that we have, habits that our families have,
Mm-hmm.
traditions personally
Yeah.
have, some good habits that we want or have already.
Mm-hmm.
We operate well sometimes, and we have ideal routines, and we don't operate as our families.
Slave. Oh, you
They're
relate
at-
to that with us. You
You
don't
heard it
operate
here,
as your
folks.
family.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first.
Do you guys have any questions?
Sound off below. No, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Leave us any
Wait, leave us some things that you would like us to talk about, because we've already created
a little list.
Yes.
a
We have a
list of
list.
things that we would like to talk about, but you know.
We're not going in order or anything.
We're not going-
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we're just coming up
Yeah.
with whatever.
Yeah, so if you have any fun ones,
Mhm.
I guess this would be more. It would have been better if we said it in the other episodes. Because when is this one going up? November,
Probably.
It's
December.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still,
because
still tell
We'll
us.
still be going on.
Yeah.
Hopefully this next one will come out pretty soon.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's Nolan's fault that the episode. No, I'm kidding.
No,
No, we're kidding. We're kidding. It's the economy, honestly.
honestly.
literally the economy.
It really is, like, not even joking. It really is the economy.
Yeah, external drives, they're kind of cuckoo la la. Anyways, that's like a lot.
Yeah.
My name is, oh my god.
Sorry, I was about to say, hopefully the cast list is out by
We'll already know, we'll know what
Already
we are
know
by
now.
then. Anyways, my name's Nolan Quintanilla, and you can find me at nolan.quintanilla on Instagram, and not ban Nolan on TikTok.
My name is Angelica Pantoja. You can find me on Instagram at Angelica Pantoja with 2 A's at the end, and on Twitter if you'd like to follow me at Angelica BP0510.
Ooh.
You don't want to plug your TikTok?
No,
oh, you don't do
no,
much on
I
TikTok?
don't really do much on TikTok.
Okay.
My Instagram.
The reason I say the TikTok is because we have a TikTok account.
Oh yeah, follow us on Open Space Brace Space. I'm sure we've already posted stuff on there.
Yeah.
My Instagram is _Edgar Camarena _ and that's really all I use. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I don't suggest you do because it's just me liking Heartstopper and Ariana Grande content.
Love.
But it's at Edgar
But anyone start that rumor about me.
EDGAA1234. And then I also don't post on TikTok. But if you would like to follow me on TikTok,
I guess I'll add my Twitter. My
you
name's
should. You're
Noli
funny.
Woli.
No one's really. They're both really funny.
Is it Noli Woli?
It's
or is
Edgar Camarena 21 on TikTok. Oh, I have one TikTok.
Wait, it's either Noli Woli or Nono is great.
I can check.
I don't remember.
It's probably Nono is great with an 8.
Wait, this is not you. Is someone impersonating you?
I-
Is this you?
That is my professional one.
Oh.
So when people look up my name, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, look at this activist with a pretty little headshot."
Oh, okay. I
They're
was
not
like,
gonna
wait.
come across my
I was like-
real Twitter. That's like,
It's just that one. It just pops up with that one video of the girl holding the dick. She's like spending quality time with that fucking.
I see some of the shit that you like, and I'm like, yeah.
No, I know, and I was
Too.
like, I cannot be watching this.
I also watch the most randomest, nastiest shit
Mhm.
on Twitter as well.
Yeah, it's so fun.
It is so fun.
Anyways, that's our handles.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Like I said, if you have anything that you would like us to talk about, let us know.
Please let us know.
We'll start opening, Venmo if you want to
Yeah,
participate.
we're also gonna have guests soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have guests soon.
Yeah.
Because we're the smartest people alive.
Right.
But it's nice to hear from someone who's not as someone who's not as. Okay, you know what? I'm dropping the bit. Whatever. It would be nice to hear from someone else.
Wait, why did you drop it?
Edgar's bad habit is that he makes me feel bad about myself.
What? I said not me. I'm glad that you try to make me included, but don't lie to the viewers, Nolan.
Okay, I
We
won't.
cannot lie.
I'll only lie to you guys.
Yeah,
Anyways.
but no, yeah, we're gonna try just so we can have more like,
Views.
A view.
A
yes,
different viewpoint.
yes, and
Going
it's
on.
not just like the same 3 voices over and over
Exactly,
again for you
yeah.
guys.
But
So
yeah.
if you would like to be on it, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we love you guys. Mwah. We'll talk to you later. OSBS, the dip, out.
And that was a scoop.